defended the move, stating that the move is in line with law. Koome further said that the state did not compel him to sanction the changes in security personnel of retired government officials amid public spat between President William Ruto and retired President Uhuru Kenyatta.
Come out clean, dismissing claims alleging that the state has withdrawn the security details attached to former President Uhuru Kenyatta. Koome instead stated that his bodyguards have been scaled down in line with the law. According to IG, the Presidential Escort Unit of a sitting president falls under the command of an Assistant Inspector General of Police, but upon retirement, the unit's leadership is transferred to Superintendent, who reports directly to Deputy IG. Therefore, having an Assistant IG continue leading former President Kenyatta's security details would have caused a conflict in the chain of command, since an officer of the same rank is in charge of President Ruto's security command. Unconfirmed reports emerged on Thursday indicating that some changes had been effected around the security team attached to former president and some member of the former First family. The source also indicated that the number of security personnel have been rationalized, with some of the General Service Unit officers attached to former president being recalled for redeployment. It also emerged that rationalization had also affected former Interior Minister Fred Matiang'i and former Interior Principal Secretary Karanja Kibicho. However, it was not clear if the entire security details had been withdrawn, as some reports indicated that the number of personnel had been scaled down from 18 to 2 each, a claim that KUTV could not independently verify. Changes in the security details of former head of state speculation comes hot on the heel of public differences between former President Uhuru Kenyatta and his successor President William Ruto. Speculations has it that the changes in the security details could have been triggered in their public spat, a claim that IG Koome was quick to dismiss, stating categorically that the state did not compel him to sanction the changes in the security personnel of retired government officials. Auma Evans for KUTV, Nairobi.
Now, all the 4 accused persons in the murder of human rights lawyer Willie Kimani, his client and their driver have been found guilty. Police officer Frederick Leliman, who is believed to be the mastermind, received a death sentence, while his co-accused were awarded prison sentences ranging from 20 to 30 years. In her judgment, Justice Jessie Lesit described the killings as murder most foul.
After 6 long years of waiting, the families of human rights lawyer Willie Kimani, his client Josephat Mwenda, and their driver Joseph Mwiruri have found justice for their kin.
I find that the most suitable sentence for each of the accused persons is as follows. The first accused is sentenced to death in each of the 3 counts. The death sentence in counts 2 and 3 are held in abeyance. Now, the second accused is sentenced to 30 years imprisonment in each of the 3 counts, with the prison terms running concurrently. The third accused is sentenced to 24 years imprisonment in each of the 3 counts, with the prison terms running concurrently. The fifth accused is sentenced to 20 years imprisonment in each of the 3 counts, with the prison terms running concurrently.
Justice Jessie Lesit today morning sentenced police officer believed to be the mastermind of the murders, Frederick Leliman, to death. The motive of the killings likely arose from a case lawyer Willie Kimani was handling, where Frederick Leliman was defending himself against assault allegation from Joseph Mwiruri. According to Mwiruri, Leliman shot him at a traffic police roadblock back in 2015. As the case played out in court, came the murder of Kimani and his client Mwiruri, who were both abducted together with the driver of their vehicle, only for their 3 bodies to be recovered in Oldonyo Sabuk, Machakos County.
The first accused was acting out of self-preservation when he planned these murders. His was a personal vendetta against the deceased Mwenda for reporting him to IPOA. The aim, of course, was to destroy evidence by destroying the complainant, which was not only drastic but draconian and an extreme action to take.
Leliman's co-accused and fellow officers Stephen Cheburet and Sylvia Wanjohi were awarded 30 and 24 years prison time respectively. Peter Ngugi, who was a police informer, will serve 20 years. The affected families welcomed the judgment, even as some got overwhelmed by emotions.
And today we are very happy that justice has been served. At least now Willie can rest in peace. And along the way we had lost hope. We thought it would never happen. But we really thank God because our God is a God of justice.
Though judges can give death sentences, the last Kenyan on death row to be executed was Hezekiah Ochuka, who plotted the 1982 coup. Dennis Omondi, KUTV.
Right now, former Principal Secretary, State Department of Early Learning Education, Dr. Julius Juan, has announced that Professor George Magoha will be laid to rest at his ancestral home in Umeru, Siaya County on February 11th. Dr. Juan was speaking today at the former CS Lavington home, where he noted that the family of Professor Magoha has set a string of 3-day-long events before the professor is laid to rest.
Speaking at Magoha's home in Lavington, Nairobi today, Speaker of the late Minister's Funeral Arrangement Committee, Dr. Julius Juan, said Magoha's interment will be presided by a string of 3-day-long events that will pay homage to the life of the late renowned scholar before his body laid to rest at his ancestral home in Umeru, Siaya County on February 11th.
Former Education Cabinet Secretary will be laid to rest at his home in Umeru, Nyamnini, Ayala on February 20, 2023. That is Umeru Village, Nyamnini and Yala Sub-County, in Yala Division on February 11, 2023.
On February 8, 2023, a farewell caravan shall proceed from Lee Funeral Home through some of the places that defined Professor Magoha's adult life, including the College of Health Sciences at Kenyatta Hospital, the Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentist Council headquarters, and the Nigerian High Commission. The caravan will also pass by St. George's Primary School, the Kenya National Examinational Council headquarters, State House Girls High School, the University of Nairobi Graduation Square, in Starehe Boys Center, where he learned his secondary school education. On February 9th, a requiem mass is scheduled at the Consolata Shrine in Westlands beginning at 9 a.m. On February 10th, the body of the late Professor Magoha will arrive at Township Primary School in Yala at 1 p.m. before a procession leading up to St. Mary's High School Yala and a holy mass to follow at his home in Umeru. Saturday 11th this month, the late Professor Magoha will be laid to rest at his ancestral home in Umeru, Siaya County. Israel Omai, KUTV, Nairobi.
President William Ruto has today, Friday, joined other senior government officials drawn from the security sector and the Ministry of Cooperatives to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Kenya Police Sacco. He also presided over the launch of a stadium constructed by the Sacco, as Joseph Cass reports.
While presiding over the launch of the stadium constructed by the Kenya Police Sacco in celebration of its 50th anniversary, President William Ruto congratulated the police and promised additional funds to complete the construction of the stadium.
I want to commit that because you already want to use and share this facility with the community, the Ministry of Sports is going to provide another 150 million shillings to enhance this facility.
President Ruto has also lauded the Sacco for its immense contribution in the welfare of the society by launching development projects which are beneficial to the society at large and not just to the members of the police service.
It is very interesting when I was told that we are going to launch a stadium built by a police Sacco. That looked very interesting. But it's also understood that our police service has made immense contribution to athletics and sports in general in Kenya.
Kenya Police SACCO Board Chairman David Mategwa says that the SACCO has grown tremendously over the years and now boasts of more than 70,000 members and assets more than 40 billion.
End of this month, again as I promised, we are going to launch the Hustler Fund, now the microcredit, where now SACCOs like the police SACCO can also join and borrow money for your members.
Cabinet Secretary for Cooperatives Simon Chelugui has also lauded the SACCO for its immense performance as a cooperative movement. The CS says that all SACCOs in the country have a combined asset of 1.5 trillion and that 30% of total national savings come from the cooperative movement, with the Kenya Police SACCO being the third best performing in the country. Joseph Kess, KUTV.
Hundreds of judiciary workers are expected to be demoted, with the bar promotion being set higher in account of fewer job grades, aiming to reduce the cost of its operations. Some workers are, however, expected to get promotions and their pay rise, especially those whose education qualifications are higher than the minimum requirements for their job grades. Joseph Mutunga with that report.
The judiciary has embarked on a mass demotion of staff as part of plans to cut cost of operation by reducing the number of job grades in its human resource systems that has now fueled unease among workers who may be affected. The new job system was structured during the tenure of former Chief Justice David Maraga in 2019, but only to effect last month when the judiciary started notifying affected staff of the demotion. The court paper indicates that the reduction of job grades from 17 to 11 was resolved at a Judicial Service Commission meeting held on 17th of October in 2019. Judicial Service Commission held another meeting on 29th September the same year, in which it resolved to start implementing the measures aimed at reducing operational costs. This move is going to apply to all job grades in the Commission. Some of the judicial workers argues that the Commission violated the rights of workers in the scrapped job grades by implementing the directives without collecting views from the bearers of the affected offices. Mutunga Joseph, KUTV, Nairobi.
Mombasa County Director of Education Peter Magiri has warned that no parent should be forced to purchase desks or school uniforms from schools as they enroll children to their junior secondary school. According to Magiri, government will avail capitation for JSS, further asking primary school heads to procure stationaries from suppliers as they await the monies to be disbursed by the government.
The countdown to the start of the new academic year is always a difficult time as parents lament about the high cost and the tough economic situation. In Mombasa County, junior secondary school transition presents the biggest challenge in terms of funding for infrastructure development. Speaking during a meeting in Mombasa with primary school heads whose schools were approved to host junior secondary, Mombasa County Director of Education Peter Magiri said that the government will avail capitation for junior secondary schools, asking primary school heads to procure stationaries from suppliers as they await the monies to be disbursed by the government. Magiri said that schools had no authority to sell desks and uniforms, urging principals to leave that to suppliers and traders. Magiri further warned parents to be on the watch out of private schools not approved to offer junior secondary school services. The call from the Mombasa County Director of Education comes when parents have been lamenting about the high cost involved in admitting students to junior secondary schools since the exercise kicked off on Monday. Israel Omai, KUTV.
Right now, the 2023 edition of the annual Kenyatta University Career Week has been officially closed today, where the High Court Judge and Deputy of the Judiciary Academy, Dr. Fred Mugambi, presided over its opening on January 28th this year. The event today was set for corporate exhibition.
The official ceremony for the Career Week in Kenyatta University took place today at the institution's graduation square, where different stakeholders, including students both high school and university, came together in order to interact with the corporate world one-on-one.
In recent past, we've also seen a growing interest of the Chinese people in coming into Africa to do so many things in all manner of industries you can imagine.
Okay, the whole process has been very nice to us and the company at large. It's amazing to get feedback from the students on how they perceive the company and also be able to implement the things they say into improving our product.
Exhibitors present at the Career Week Fair closing ceremony said the exhibition has been very successful in a manner they have been able to talk to so many people, inspire as well as make connections while expecting more students to come in, and that they are looking forward to the next Career Week.
So as Hatchprice community, we dub ourselves as the change makers. So what we do is that we look at the community around us, we look for problems and try to come up with viable solutions from them. So in that way, I can say that you're trying to impact the community positively.
We are having an idea of installing young people within this university who we can reach with information and we can mentor on sexual reproductive health and rights.
2023 Career Week Fair began on 28th January and was slated to conclude today, while High Court Judge and Deputy Director at the Judiciary Academy, Dr. Frida Mugambi, and Music Copyright Society of Kenya CEO Ezekiel Mutua are amongst the distinguished names who graced this year's event.
Today marks the end of Career Week 2023 with the theme Digital Disruption, the Future of Work in a Hybrid World. The students have been able to interact with the corporate institutions so as to be able to make informed decisions in their future. Joy Maina, KUTV, Nairobi.
That story by Joy Maina is taking us to a very fast short break. At this point, we are coming back with an interview on innovation activation tours, so stay with us.
Vera Beauty and Fashion College is focused on being the leading technical and vocational training institute in the region. Our team possesses in-depth knowledge and extensive experience in the industry, offering thorough training in cosmetology, hairdressing, interior design, creative arts, training of trainers, nail technology, and fashion design. With branches in Nairobi, Thika, Meru, Eldoret, and now in Mombasa, our courses ensure that learners are completely equipped with knowledge, competency, and employability skills. Enroll today to be a part of a center of excellence.
ZACAM is an individual or a group of men and women who believe in research and innovation, and especially in the medical field, where especially we are dealing in orthopedic care. ZACAM has come up with a product or an innovation called the hip spiker table. So this hip spiker table we came up here in locally, and we are producing it here in our workshop. We've also come up with another innovation called the fracture chair, a table. This one is normally used for fractures, especially for adult.
Lola ni programu inayokupa fursa ya kutizama video zozote pindi tu unapokuwa na nafasi. Hadithi za kukupa motisha, drama, maisha ya vyuo vikuu, teknolojia, masuala ya jamii, kuzuru maeneo tofauti, spoti, burudani na zaidi. Pata programu ya Lola sasa kwenye rununu yako kwa yote unayohitaji.
Leo hii tunaangazia jinsi jamii ya Giriama, yani jamii mojawapo ya Mijikenda, jinsi walivyokuwa wanasaga unga zile enzi zile za kina babu kabla mashine za kusaga hazijaja.
Baba yene amereki fundo cha Mungu. Twandeo ya baba yene amereki fundo cha Mungu. mishala wa mafi nasaga haki yangu mizitwirere. Kuna wangwa wa mishala wa mafi nasaga haki yangu mizitwirere.
Maeneo ya Ukambani hayajulikani sana kuhusiana na uvuvi, lakini kuna wale ambao wamekwisha ingia katika uvuvi.
Tunaweza pata kulisha na mimea kama mihogo, majani ya mihogo, unayakausha, unayasaga, unawapea. Pia wale shrimps.
Kwa suluhu ya utoshelevu wa chakula, tazama Boresha Kilimo.
Access to knowledge, solution to unanswered questions.
Guidelines to pursuing your rights and repossessing your property, intellectual or material.
This and more, only on Law Matters.
Now it's time for our discussion of the night. You might be wondering the correlation between wealth and innovation. That makes the two of us, I guess. Tonight in studio, we have Dr. Crystal Richardson, a wealth and innovation strategist. And she's here today to bring us up to speed and to give us more knowledge and insight on wealth and innovation. Welcome to studio, Dr. Crystal.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here. Thank you.
We're glad to have you here tonight as well. Now, for the sake of our viewer tonight, who is Dr. Crystal Richardson? Talk to us about that and what brings you to Kenya today.
Yes, so first of all, I would just like to thank you once again here at Kenyatta University for having me. And my name is Dr. Crystal Richardson, and I am a little girl from the United States that just believed in the dream that my parents told me, that I can be anything I want to be. I can do anything that I want to do. And when they sent me to kindergarten with my little blue plastic briefcase, I believed them. And even though I was met with bullying, I continued to pour myself into my studies and into dance, into music, and use all of that to create what I'm here for right now, because I've been in about 35, 36 different countries or so, teaching in healthcare, business, leadership, strategy, monetization, as well as innovology.
Now, you are here for the Innovation Activation Tour 2023. Tell us about this. How important is this program?
Innovation is huge. We all have innovative minds. We all have creativity. I know that you have a school of innovation here, and there should be that every single student is in there, because creativity breeds creativity. We all should be able to activate our greatness. And that is the word that I just recently got a U.S. trademark on, which is called innovology, right here on my shirt. It is the manifestation of creative thought it is a way for all of us to have where we can use our creative thoughts in our business and in our life, and a way to create sustainability.
Now, you are a wealth and innovation strategist. Tell us about this. What is the correlation, the relationship between wealth and innovation? And this is for someone who is watching us tonight and is hearing that word wealth and innovation for the first time.
Yes. And the students earlier today at PCEA Academy heard the same thing. And I actually asked them to define wealth, innovation, and strategy. And so when we look at wealth, it's more than money. It's actually what we do with our assets. And we all have different things that we can use in our life. Innovation is something where we are able to use the creative thinking and put it into action. And being a strategist simply means that we use tactics, plans, and all of what we can do to write down exactly what it is that we want out of life and put it into action. So I've said action several times, so you're getting maybe potentially the theme there is that you have to be a doer and action. When you put all of those together, wealth, innovation, strategist, I help people to create what they need to support their families and themselves, but also give back to the community with all of the different ways that we can make money and use all of our assets.
Right, so are there key benefits of innovation and digitization in wealth management, and what are they?
Yes, there are key elements, and some of them have to do with some things that I've mentioned related to having a strategy and having a plan. With the students, that they were ages 10 to 14, but I see this with the next gen innovators that are aged 19 to 29. I even see it with entrepreneurs that I work with of all ages, 30, 40, 50, and even 60 years old, is that a lot of people do not take the time to put in sound planning. So having a sound plan is key, and having the right mentors and coaches are also key. But in all of that, one nugget that I want to leave with you is that it is very important for us to know all of the elements related to at least 32 different areas of risk. And some people don't even have maybe one area, but I love helping people understand all of the various types of risks that could affect their business, and that will help us from a wealth perspective, because we will have what we need to move further if we're able to mitigate those risks.
All right, now let's talk about the next gen innovators of Life Innovation Global. You are the founder of this amazing organization that has backed elite innovators. Now, for someone who wants to join your team, maybe to get more skills, or how do they join your team?
Yes, we are currently in our semester right now. We will be starting again potentially during the summertime. We will be having enrollment for new students. And so we do have where we consider students for this. And so this is just a scholarship of consideration that we are giving out across Kenya during my time here over the next 2, 3, 4 days. And it allows us to meet with a number of the leaders of these universities and schools to see who are the leaders, who are the next generation that will be able to take this world where we need to go. And so you need to be recommended, and then you can get more information on lifeinnovationglobal.com. That's lifeinnovationglobal.com. And we would love to have you involved, because it is an online learning, as well as one of the other things we're doing with that now. It's been about 5 years that we've been doing this across the United States, and now we have Zambia, we have Ghana, students in the UK, and we want to now birth this in Kenya, where we birth Innovology Centers of Excellence, Innovology Centers of Excellence, so that we will actually have brick and mortar places all throughout Kenya, and then move that beyond into the rest of the world. But we want to start right here in Kenya.
All right, great. Now, are there any sponsorship or scholarships opportunities at NextGen? And if there are, what selection criteria are you using to choose those that are qualified for these scholarships?
So that's a very good question. And yes, we do have scholarship opportunities. This is a scholarship consideration certificate, because the training that each student will get is in US dollars. It's worth about $10,000 to $15,000 to $20,000 worth of scholarship opportunities that they will have. So the key is to be recommended, and then the other thing is that they have to write a letter as to why they want to be a part of the program. They have to also say, what does innovation mean to them? And they have to give just one other comment about what they want to do potentially in their life. And I do have to say that everyone is not necessarily in a university that is a part of this program. Some of them have already started businesses, but they want to learn more and do more and grow their businesses in relation to their wealth.
Right, Dr. Crystal, you are also an author of amazing pieces centering on innovation. But tell us about your new book, The 51 Powerful Piece of Public Speaking.
Yes, thank you for asking that. So I do have a copy right here, and I would love to leave one with you all here at the university. The 51 Powerful P's of Public Speaking. And it says right here at the top that there are impactful and actionable tips for any speaking engagement. So how to use this book is directly related to innovation, which is activating your greatness, has to do with innovation. Using the 51 powerful P's, you might just want to have better relations in speaking and communicating with your family. You may want to have better ways to communicate in the boardroom, or you might want to have investors invest in your business or your idea. You may even want to be a public speaker, or you may just want to do a better presentation at your job. No matter what you want to do, the 51 powerful P's, and it is that there's 51 P's in here that give you tips on how to be a better public speaker, no matter what you want to use speaking for.
Right now, so where can we find this book for somebody who is watching us and is interested in that book?
Yes. So you can find it on various places, Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and there are some places across the international framework as well. Our publisher has made sure that there's various outlets, but you can also find it on my website, and that's based on my name, Crystal Richardson, KRYSTYLLE, Richardson.com, KRYSTYLLE, RICHARDSON.com. You can find the book there.
All right, now, before we let you go, what can you tell our young innovators who are just starting off with this?
Yes, so again, thank you so much for this opportunity. And what I want to say to you is that creativity breeds creativity. What I want to say to you is keep thinking, continue to have your mind in motion. The moment that we do not wake up with a plan, the moment that we do not start a plan at the end of the day that we're going to use on the next day, the moment that we let someone else talk us out of why we feel that we were created, the moment that we live someone else's version of our lives, those are all things that stop innovation. Those are all things that stop us from reaching our purpose. So what I want to say to you is keep thinking, keep being a disruptor, keep being powerful, keep being the leader that you were meant to be, and most of all, keep having the innovology mindset in motion. Thank you.
All right, that is Dr. Crystal Richardson with that informative discussion. Trust that you have gotten some insights on wealth and innovation. Thank you so much for making time for us tonight. We are glad to have you here once again.
Thank you.
All right, we are taking a very second short break at this point. We're coming back with so much more, so stay with us.
You need to look for high quality friends.
I'm from Kingston, Jamaica, you know Portmore. That's my village.
Sanga tu chini hapo ukinyetia ukikatia mademo akipita.
Sina pesa saa hii, nimekuja kukopesa job.
Leo hii tunaangazia jinsi jamii ya Giriama, yani jamii mojawapo ya Mijikenda, jinsi walivyokuwa wanasaga unga zile enzi zile za kina babu kabla mashine za kusaga hazijaja.
Baba yene amere kifundo cha Mungu. Twandeo ya baba yene amere kifundo cha Mungu. Kitu cha Mungu. Twandeo ya baba yene amere kifundo cha Mungu. Kuna wangwa wa mishala wa mafi na saga haki yangu mizitwirere. Kuna wangwa wa mishala mishala wa mavi na sagaki yangu mizituirere.
Welcome to Children's Corner. Welcome to
Children's Corner.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Let's continue with our coverage. Now, leaders in Embu have appealed to the residents of Embu County to embrace smart agriculture and diversify in their agricultural practices to fight the issue of recurrent famine, where the rains have failed for a fifth season now. Embu Women Member of Parliament Pamela Njeru has appealed to the county and national governments to look for lasting solutions by providing water for irrigation and drinking.
Enough rains in Embu County have not been witnessed for close to 5 seasons now, forcing stakeholders in the county to take action in taming the drought and famine that has ravaged the area. Embu County Women Member to the National Assembly Pamela Njeru asked the county farmers to utilize the short rains by planting drought-resistant crops and on time.
Kwa hivyo tunaomba ya kwamba serikali ituhurumia watu wa Embu County, itupatie maji ya kunywa na maji ya kulima, kwa sababu watu wa Embu ni watu wako na bidii ya kulima.
The women rep said that it was a shame that the people of Embu have to rely on relief food when they can grow and produce their own food. She further noted that the food she lobbied from the Department of Special Programs will be distributed to the neediest across the 4 constituencies of Manyata, Runyenjes, Mbeere South and Mbeere North.
Tuko na chakula ya watu wa Runyenjes East. Tuna chakula ambacho kitaenda sehemu ya Embu West, na pia sub-county ya Mbeere North na South wamepewa kiwango ya chakula.
On education, Njoki appealed to school heads and parents to have a discussion at individual level on how to settle fee balances without sending students home.
Serikali ilipeana amri ya kwamba kuwe na 100% transition, watoto wote waende shule, na haikusema ni mtoto wa maskini ama ni mtoto wa tajiri, ni watoto wote waende shule. Kwa hivyo wazazi ambao hawajapeleka watoto shule ama wanawania kutopeleka watoto shule wajue sheria iko na watashikwa.
Embu East Deputy County Commissioner January Ruinge also urged the residents to register as farmers in large numbers, adding that they can only get assistance from the government when they register.
Na tulianza kwa kusajili wakulima wote, na tunazidi kuwahimiza kwamba waendelee kujisajili, kwa sababu ile RRI tulikuwa nayo tulifunga, lakini wakati huu usajili unaendelea katika ofisi zetu zote za assistant chiefs.
The leaders noted that the drought was evident even in areas that have never experienced food shortage, assuring the residents that the government was continually assessing the situation and providing intervention. Mutunga Joseph, KUTV, Nairobi.
Nyandarua County national and county government officials, led by County Commissioner Amos Mariba, have called for concerted efforts from the local communities surrounding Lake Ol Bolosat towards restoring the water levels in the lake. The officials attribute the drying up of the lake to unfriendly environmental practices.
Nyandarua County Commissioner Amos Mariba led other county officials in a tree planting exercise in Aberdare sub-county to mark the world's Wetlands Day, where he called for the cutting of eucalyptus trees surrounding water catchment areas in order to save dwindling water levels menace. The county commissioner has urged the youth to take up the initiative of reclaiming the wetlands to avert the likely future occurrence of desertification.
Wasiwasi wangu ni kwamba nikiangalia hapa ni wale wazee ambao wako na miaka 50, 80, 90 hata wengine karibu 100 ndio wako. Vijana wako wapi?
The county commissioner has also called for conflict resolution between the intruding herders and the local communities, resulting from scramble for land to graze and farm.
Hawa wafugaji na wanaendelea kuhama, niwaambie ukweli. Nakutana nao ukiwa Nyahururu, utaona wanaendelea kuja. Kwa sababu hiyo ng'ombe ndio uhai wao. Hakuna mtu atakaa akiona uhai wake wanajaribu kuokoa.
Nyandarua County Executive Committee member for Water Mugo Washira has said that the government is on course to rehabilitate wetlands. He has urged the locals surrounding Lake Olbolosat to practice good farming methods and to avoid planting blue gum trees near water sources.
We are going to protect Lake Olbolosat na catchment areas. Tumeenda hapa Muruwei, tumeangalia mahali mulikuwa mnashota maji hapo, kumekauka. Sababu ya kukauka ni nini? Tumepanda miti ambaye haina urafiki na environment.
Mugo has urged the people planting trees to register with the Kenya Forest Service so that the government can be buying some tree species from them.
To encourage private people kupanda miti kwa mashamba kwenu, nurseries, alafu unaenda kumuna register.
Lake Olbolosat is the only natural freshwater lake of its kind in central Kenya and forms the headwaters for Ewasonyiro River and the famous Thompson Falls. Joseph Kess, KUTV.
Right, we are taking a third break. At this point, you're coming back with sports news, so stay tuned.
Vera Beauty and Fashion College is focused on being the leading technical and vocational training institute in the region. Our team possesses in-depth knowledge and extensive experience in the industry, offering thorough training in cosmetology, hairdressing, interior design, creative arts, training of trainers, nail technology, and fashion design. With branches in Nairobi, Thika, Meru, Eldoret, and now in Mombasa, our courses ensure that learners are completely equipped with knowledge, competency, and employability skills. Enroll today to be a part of a center of excellence.
ZACAM is an individual or a group of men and women who believe in research and innovation, and especially in the medical field, where especially we are dealing in orthopedic care. ZACAM has come up with a product or an innovation called the hip spiker table. So this hip spiker table we came up here in locally, and we are producing it here in our workshop. We've also come up with another innovation called the fracture chair table. This one is normally used for fractures, especially for adult.
Maeneo ya Ukambani hayajulikani sana kuhusiana na uvuvi, lakini kuna wale ambao wamekwisha ingia katika uvuvi.
Tunaweza pata kulisha na mimea kama mihogo, majani ya mihogo, unayakausha, unayasaga, unawapea. Pia wale shrimps.
Kwa suluhu ya utoshelevu wa chakula, tazama Boresha Kilimo.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at what's happening in the world of sports. Makadara Member of Parliament Georgia Ladwa has pledged to support struggling Vihiga Bullets FC for the remaining 24 Premier League matches. The former AFC Leopards vice chairman and secretary general promised to cater for Bullets' weekend budget as they prepare to host Lindsay Stars at Bukungu Stadium in Kakamega on Sunday. The team, which depends mostly on former Vihiga County Governor Moses Akaranga for financial support, has been facing challenges in the Kenyan top league since their 2020-2021 season promotion from the National Super League, forcing the team to hand walkover to Sofapaka after failing to travel to Nairobi. And finally, Kenyatta University-based side Black Blood RF are targeting to reach the Kenya Cup playoffs this season as they look to go one better from their previous season when they finished 6th on the log. With 4 matches to go, Blood are hosting university rivals Main Machine and will hope to gain maximum points for Main Machine, who have only won 1 match against struggling Most RFC. In other fixtures lined up this weekend, Strathmore Leos host Menengai Oilers, will be taking redemption after giving away a walkover match against Black Blood at Madaraka grounds. Defending champions Cabras Sugar will collide with Mwamba RFC at the Impala Club grounds here in Nairobi as league leaders KCB host Catholic Monks at the KCB Sports Club. All right, that's a wrap for us here at KUTV News Desk. Many thanks indeed for keeping us company. We hope that you will have a stellar weekend. My name is Anne ODIDA. I'm in the company of Ruth Chepkoech, who is our sign language interpreter tonight. Have yourself a good night.